Hi, everybody. It's the Lucky TJ at Living Metaphysically, and happy Sunday, people. So, I have had a lot of people asking me so many questions. It's been wonderful. I really appreciate I appreciate people reaching out to me. People reached out to me on Facebook and on my Living Metaphysically page, and you can always reach out to me either there on my Facebook page or look in the description. You can reach out to me in the email, which is livingmetaphysically@gmail.com. So anyway, that's been really great. I really don't mind helping people. I am most definitely interested in seeing everybody win. So here's some information. I got a lot of topics too to make videos about, so I'm going to keep this video rather short if I can. But I wanted to talk about where you can find information about Forsage. And if you don't know already, you can find the Forsage community that has the Forsage Academy. You can have it has a lot of great things here where you can take your time and in your spare time when you're not sharing it with other people, I guess, to learn more about Forsage. Like, because a lot of times what happens is it seems like people jump in but they don't know much about it. I know that I did. Like when I didn't know much about it, but as soon as I joined, I just started, diving in, learning what it was about, figuring out the pay structure, figuring out the matrix, figuring out the back office, figuring out the statistics. And then I found the Forsage community quite naturally, where you can find that from the back office as well. And it has, like I said, the academy. It has articles that answer questions. And they actually do, or maybe it might be over right now, they had a contest for people who were writing articles, which I was so busy that, I wanted to at first, and I was like, oh, that's going to be so good. But no, I didn't write any articles. I should have, though. But meanwhile, you can find so much stuff here. And so, tutorials, for example. So, what they did was the founders, now there are four founders, or is it three, in Forsage. And they make videos. You can go to the Forsage official channel on YouTube. You can go to the Forsage official channel on Telegram, which you can find that link in Forsage as well. Or you can just go to Telegram and find it. There are other groups, of course. See if you can find the official one. I might be able to post the links right in the description here. So one thing though that I did yesterday, because I'd already seen some of these, but I've been going back so I can like educate myself more, because people have been asking me more questions. And aside from that, so many people make statements about what Forsage is, and many people, Forsage is not going to be for everyone. Nothing is for everyone. Lots of people in this world are looking to um, let's just say, let me not put it that way. What I want to say is that the best thing a person can do, no matter what the topic is, find out what it is about before you jump and figure out and start calling it all kinds of names. Oh, it's a scam, it's a Ponzi, it's this, it's that. If you haven't done your research, and maybe some of you have, but I know that in general, when I look at human beings and I look at communications on all social media, what I see a lot is that people get partial information and then they just like down stuff, be negative about it or whatever. They don't even necessarily do anything like what I do, which is like thoroughly go through and figure out and train. Like, I don't know if I guess I'm just like that. I just like to go and find out things. So anyway, the reason why I said that is just basically because I keep hearing a lot of comments. And I think in the back of my mind, I'm not so sure you even know what it is, you know. And then gonna, and let's just say if it is what you think it is, I would think that it wouldn't be for you. Now, most definitely, this is to all the people listening. I believe me, I hate it when people get hurt in online businesses, network marketing, anything, any kind of way. I don't want to see that. So if there's something that I'm involved in that winds up like, failing, which I've been in a bunch of since 2017, I can't even count the amount of failed projects that I got involved in. But you know what? All entrepreneurial spirited people are going to continue to see if they can find something that works. And Forsage, when I think about it, like a lot of people said, well, look, with Forsage, what's going to happen with the last person and all that. I thought about that a lot today while I was hiking. And, it's interesting because of the matrix itself. You have to understand, like, the matrix and how it works. You have your slots, and then, payments come in, which if you can't see the vision of how other people could work together with payments to support each other, and how a matrix would have, that is such a different mind set that I don't think the average person can even visualize what it is. Because what happens with the matrix is that when you get a payment, you get payments, that help you, and then it closes when you get, depending on which when you're in X3, X4, or X Gold. When it closes and reopens, and you go into the next part of the matrix, I can see that even people, no matter where you are, whether you're on the so-called bottom, which, like, think about it. Is it really going to be a bottom? Like, okay, so what if, I thought about it today, what if Forsage ended, which, it can't really end. How can it? Number one, it's on the blockchain. It would have to be like all electricity was not available for it to be able to stop. And you're always going to have people who want to participate in this project. It's almost just like a game in a fashion, where you have people who want to participate in this thing that they see in their head, in their vision, which is why, I'm not the only person who likes it. So it was created for people to be able to have a model like this. So no matter what you think about it, if you can, like, maybe step back and say, why was Forsage created? How can it help people? That's one thing that somebody wrote to me, and they said, well, it doesn't have a product. Well, if you're only defining a product as a physical thing, like, okay, here's some chapstick, well, it's sort of like digital is invisible. Anyway, I don't want to explain all that, but it's a different model with a different mindset. It has to do with people and payments, community, and people who want to do it. It's people who do want to do it. It may not be for you. So that's one thing I've learned from some marketing training I've paid a lot of money for this last year, is that everything is not for everybody. Okay, that said, let's just go back to the courses. So with these courses are really good. They train you how on your wallet, how to promote, the Tron side, which I haven't even talked about ever, because cryptocurrency and blockchain. Yeah, I don't really talk about the Tron side. So, but one thing I also wanted to include in this video, which of course now is all mixed up into everything, is about the gas fees. Because that, so here's another thing. Um, in the Forsage community itself, there's all of this, tutorials, news, stories, and the academy, right? So you can get to all of that stuff. You can become an author, just like I said. It has the guide, and actually, that way you can teach yourself. And this is available. You don't even have to be in Forsage, to figure out how it works. They need to update this, I think, because I'm not sure if it has gold, X gold. And what was the other thing I was going to say? And the code. So the code and values. All right. So the foundation of our faith is the values we believe in, helping each other. It's about helping each other in the community, really. If you go on their Forsage YouTube and listen to Lotto and the other founders talking, you can get a great perception of like what it is that they're trying to do in the world. It's not only about money, it's not about scamming, it's not about ripping people off. It is, you can see past that. You'll be able to see the vision of how, because in my imagination, all I can see is just good. Like, it's helping people. It helps people. Just like anything else. Any other business, you always have to have a product that, and this is an invisible product that is like a digital real estate. You're buying a means to have something, and then you can sell it. And that's basically it. So it works. It's on the blockchain. It's decentralized. So take a chance to read and then make a decision about what you're doing. Don't get into it if you don't want to. Now, one of the other things about Forsage is that they actually have amazing, well, to me, they have support where they explain about the gas limit, because right now with Ethereum, we all know that Ethereum gas fees are really, really high right now. And even though Ethereum 2.0 is being rolled out, the completion of it, we don't really know. But actually, I was reading yesterday that it looks like the completion of 2.0 is that they're going to put something on the testnet soon. So that's going to be super awesome. It won't be at the later part of 2021, or maybe a little bit sooner. It won't be past then, it seems like. So the gas fees, now I was just making some upgrades, and I was noticing like my first gas fee was pretty cheap, like don't remember, $5 or $6, something like that. But the smaller, it seemed like that was a high amount. It was like I had 3 Ethereum I was moving, and then it seemed like as I went to smaller, like 0.05 or whatever it was, 0. Something, then the gas fee seemed like was high. You're going to have to go and into your, if you have MetaMask, which is what I was using, you're going to need to adjust the gas fees. And right in Forsage, it tells you to make the, I forgot the side, but you'll put the limit up really high. So when you go and read any of these articles about manually adjusting the gas limit, then you can do a little trial and error. It's saying usually the limit is 300,000. This is what I found worked really well. Anywhere in between 300,000 to 700,000. I've been able to do 300,000 or 500,000. So you'll be able to watch this video, and it'll talk about, setting the gas limit and and you, in principle, all of it is going to work the same in whatever wallet that you use. Right here, they're talking about the uh, Trust Wallet, but it doesn't matter if you have MetaMask, as long as you can get to where you can adjust the fees, that's what'll be great for you. So with that, what else did I want to say? Oh, here was one more. There's a lot of times in X Gold, because so many people are joining X Gold, like people are wondering, like, how do you maintain your team, and what happens? So one important component about Forsage that's really something I want all of the doubters to really think about, but the rest of the people who are really on board, is the cycling. Because I think that people don't realize that that's how it works. You cycle, it archives the matrix you're in. You move into the matrix, a spot in your uplines matrix. So cycling takes you from one part of the matrix to another part of the matrix. Think about it. It's really exciting. So one thing about this. Well, anywhere in any of the X3, X4, or X Gold, it's like, what happens if your downline partner gets an X Gold before me? So they're just saying, in this situation, you'll be overtaken by your downline, which is what happens anywhere, any of the other two, until your partner slot goes to reinvest, which means when the reinvest circles are paid, what happens is that is used for you to reopen that whole slot again, and then it moves you, like I said, into the very next matrix. And if someone activates higher than where you are, then that payment, because you are, let's say if you're at level 4 and they want to be at level 5, you'll get level 1's payment, level 2's payment, level 3's payment, and level 4's payment. But then when they activate level 5, it's going to skip you and go to the next up from you, who, and depending on which one you're in, X3, X4, or X Gold, it's going to go to above you, no matter what. So but it all goes back when you get to the reinvest position again, which is real neat. All right, so what can I do if my wallet shows extremely high fees when sending? We already talked about that. And here's what I was trying to remember what it was called. One side is the gas price. It's called the GWE, GWE, and one side is, oh good, so you can click on this whole thing and you can see not to overpay. Oh, all right, so GWEI. And the other side, you can just set it up nice and high. And even if you do have it high like this, what I just about a half hour ago, I set mine up real high, and the price was still only something like $17. So, another thing is that you want to understand like how to look at your transactions on Etherscan. So let's look here. And you can look on Etherscan and you can take your address. This is not mine. But you'll be able to see, this must be the Forsage. This is the Forsage contract. You can see like what's there, but you can use Etherscan for other things. So now the video is way too long, but anyway, I just wanted to get on here and make a video and thank everybody, number one, who's been reaching out to me. Even if you're not on my team, I will share anything that I can, and it's been fun to help people. I like that, it's so it's very rewarding because it helps me to understand like what problems people have, and you know, people need help. All right, and then the very last thing is the courses. And what I did was I had started at the academy, and some of these courses are so great. Like I took the one from Mark. Oh, mindset. Train your success mindset. This is a wonderful one. If you have not if you don't know anything about, first of all, it talks about the attitudes of the right mindset, talks about the Freedom 12 strategy, which I think probably works best in X3 and X4. I don't know about X Gold. The myths and the main things in the beginning of your successful life. You have to have a mindset that allows you to be able to generate whatever it is that you want, whether it would be success in your relationships, success in your career, success in network marketing, success in Forsage. You have to have a teachable mindset, and you have to be on the side of, you know, positivity. And you can find any vehicle. You do not have to be limited, or you don't have to be in Forsage at all. So here's the things that I've taught you, is train your mind for success. And you can train your mind with lots of different things. Just open up yourself for success. Use Etherscan to find out more about transactions on the blockchain. Study a little bit about how you can adjust your Ethereum gas fees, and just go to the Forsage community and learn more about what 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 is what's happening there in the community, and you'll like it. Now, as far as me, if you want to join my team, I am actually looking for some solid people who want to join a team and work together to build the Freedom 12 strategy. So that's also available for you to look at, but we would have to communicate closely in order to work together, and so that it would be best. It would be best to communicate well so that we can, work together, so we can lockstep. Having people placed would be really, really great. It would be great for a community build rather than all over the place. But all over the place works too. But am looking for some people who want to participate in a specific strategy. And then also, I have a community of people and a team of people who are really committed to having everybody win. And I'm so blessed that, this is, you know, what, what I've been led to. So we have several different platforms that we're using. All of them, you would always have your own money in your own wallet, and you never have to worry about, I'm giving it over to some platform, they're holding it, giving me back some return, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're interested in that, then keep watching my channel. I'm going to be talking more about the community that I'm in. I'm not talking about only the Forsage community that you see there. And then also, you can use my link to sign up. You can get in touch with me first if you want to. If you want me to help you set up your wallet, or help you with any of your marketing on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. So I'm looking forward to 2021 being an amazing year, not only for myself, which is already, I can't even begin to tell you, I can't begin to tell you how it feels to have had this amazing thing happen where I literally made, 6 figures. It's not even the 17th. You know, it's like I made that within the first couple of days. So the reason why I'm confident that other people can have similar success, although results are not guaranteed. Everybody has to say that disclaimer. It's going to be according to your own consciousness. It's going to be, how we work together as a team to help each other, and it's just going to be up to each person to understand like how it even works, and so they don't just think, oh well, I'm going to join, I'm going to be on position one, and now I'm going to like make six figures. It doesn't necessarily work like that, although anyway, I'm not going to go all into that, but anyway, I was just trying to say that 2021 is going to be a great year for everybody, and there's lots of different ways that we can support each other to have our vision of decentralized banking, finances, so that everyone in the world can benefit. So on that, I'm going to say, have a peaceful rest of your day. Do your due diligence and reach out to me. I'm, totally willing to have conversations with people or to help you in any way I can. All right. Bye.